Some people say eat 5 meals in a day if you want to lose weight. Some people say chug on protein shakes if you want to build great muscle mass and if you want to be lean. Some people say do not eat for 16 hours, 18 hours, 20 hours, 24 hours every single day if you want to lose weight. Some people say stop eating carbohydrates. Some people say just eat fat. But the world is full of information. How do we decide what is correct and what is incorrect? Because everything is out there, the good, the bad, the right, the wrong, and at the end of the day it comes down to you and me, where I put my trust, what my source is, and where am I getting this information from. But does that say that you're going to have great health? Absolutely not. So what is health? And how did suddenly our lives became all about the amount of carbohydrates I'm eating, or the number of fruits that I'm eating, or the number of green smoothies that I can pack in one single day? When did my life just turn out to be about food, weight loss, exercise, sleeping, stress? How did it become so chaotic that we cannot go one day without thinking about what we are eating? People who are eating junk food, they're worried about eating junk, but they're still eating junk. People who are eating healthy food, they know they're eating healthy, but they're not sure why they're not getting results, and they're still in a rut so as to, am I doing this right? I see so many patients every single day, and they say, but I've been eating fairly for the last 2-3 months, and I've stopped eating junk, and I've been doing this number of fasting, and I'm not having carbs, I'm not having fruits, and I'm not having dry fruits and nuts and seeds, but I'm still not able to lose weight, Ankita. And that is why we have come to you, so that you can figure it out for us. And the most of the times I only have one solution, and that is you define health in a wrong way. Now, who am I to say what is right and what is wrong? But when it comes to health, you always have to remember one thing. And if you have traveled the world, and if you've just seen all of the information that you can possibly read about when it comes to health, I need you to just know one thing, just follow one rule, just remember one thing, and see how beautifully that would work for you. Health should work for you. So my definition of health should work for Ankita. Someone else's definition of health should work for them. So health, at the end of the day, it's not about, oh, the world is doing intermittent fasting, so let me also be on an intermittent fast. Or the world is following keto diet, and keto diet people are losing 10 kilos, 20 kilos, 30 kilos, so let me be on a keto diet. Or the world is now eating only protein and no fat and no carbs, let me do that. Or the world is doing fruit juice detox and green smoothie detox, and not eating grains and not eating pulses and leaving legumes, and go gluten free, go dairy free, go grain free, go nut free, go food free. Just go food free. Problem solved. But that's not how this body works. Our bodies are intelligent, super duper intelligent, highly flexible, sophisticated, machines. And of course, there is soul and mind. But just speaking biologically, it works beautifully until and unless you create a hindrance and just put everything all over the place. So health, like I've already mentioned, should work for you. Intermittent fasting is great if it works for you. Keto is great if it works for you. Being vegan is great if it works for you. Eating non-vegetarian food is great if your body handles it well, you do not have high levels of inflammation, and if that is something working for you, that's great. Be a vegetarian if that works for you. Be vegetarian if it works for you. Be fruitarian if it works for you. Do whatever you need to do, but you should feel your best. You should be able to sleep well. Your reports should be decent, your energy levels should be great, you should not be dependent on tea, coffee and stimulants to get you through the day, and you should wake up with all the energy in the world. You should not have gut issues such as acidity, bloating, constipation, flatulence, burping, blenching, and you're constantly tasting your own food, and you spend you visit washroom 3 times in a day, 4 times in a day, 5 times in a day, or sometimes some people visit washroom 4 times, one time in 4 days or 5 days. So you need to strike a balance. Anything that makes you feel like, oh my god, I am dying, I am starving, I want to eat but I can't eat because I am on a diet plan, you are doing something wrong. So because when it comes to food and when it comes to your body needs to understand the difference between starvation and fasting. So intermittent fasting, when done the correct way, is a beautiful ancient technique, and everyone should do it if it works for you. So it's not like, oh, the world is doing 16-8, so let me also follow the bandwagon and I'll also fast for 16 hours and I'll eat for 8 hours. And one day you, started fast at 11 in the night, then you started fast at 12 in the night, then you started fast at 6 in the evening. So your body does not understand, am I starving or am I fasting? Because fasting is supposed to be detoxifying, it's supposed to be rejuvenating. On the other hand, starving is going to make you put on more weight. So if you have been yo-yoing with your intermittent fasting hours, there is no way you are going to lose weight. The only thing you're going to lose is your mind and your health, and your emotions is going to be out of place because your body is out of balance. It does not knows what's going on. So I quickly want to talk about this one analogy, and I'm going to say it in Hindi and English so that most people can understand it. So basically, think of your cells. So we are made up of trillions of cells. Now imagine you and I are going for camping tonight, okay? And we have to do a bonfire there. So for bonfire, we will need log of woods. We will need either kerosene or gasoline, and of course we will need fire. So let's say the log of woods that we take for the bonfire is going to be the cells of our body. Now the kerosene and gasoline that we have, that is going to be the food. So it's food for the log of wood, and ये same food है हमारे cells के लिए, ठीक है? आपके पास log of woods है, आपके पास kerosene है और gasoline है. Now when you want a bonfire, इन दोनों में अपने आप तो आग नहीं लगने वाली है, ठीक है? You're going to need a spark that is going to light the fire. The same thing happens with your body. So your body has cells, and you eat food 3 times in a day, 2 times in a day, depending on what is working for you. I hope so. And you eat food. Now, alone food and just cells is not going to create a fire. And when I say fire, I'm referring to a disease or a disorder. So PCOD, thyroid, depression, anxiety, blood pressure, blood sugar problems, and cholesterol issues, pancreatitis issues, gallbladder issues, anything, XYZ. I'm just talking about disease. It could be something as simple as premature graying of hair, or acne on your skin, or hormonal acne, or hormonal imbalance, anything, okay? So the log of woods and kerosene is there, but the fire that is going to burn this whole thing is, when it comes to human body, that trigger is always 2 things. I'm going to give you 10 seconds for you to be able to guess it, and if you have been following me for a long time, you would know what the answer is going to be. I'm waiting. Did you make a guess? Okay, so basically 2 things that is going to put your body on fire is stress. Did I mention stress? And sleep. Poor management of your emotions and poor sleep schedules, poor sleep hygiene is going to be the fire that is going to put your house to burning. Okay, so your log of woods and kerosene, that is your food and body, your body can deal with food. Sometimes your body can deal with junk. Sometimes your body can deal with refined sugar and processed food. Not that it makes it healthy, I'm saying your body can deal with it. But the house is going to be on fire when there is a trigger, that is going to spark the fire, and then there has to be fuel to the fire. So that would be again your poor lifestyle, your poor eating habits. Okay, so you have to understand that just cells and just food is not going to create a disease. Your body is way too intelligent to be so stupid. It's not going to create a disease that soon. Nothing can just grow inside of us that is not natural. We have immunity. Our immunity protects us day in, day out with every breath that we take. So how do you end up with such deadly diseases, such chronic diseases, so much of pain inside the body? Pain is not natural. Your body would not do anything that would put you in pain, but it has to do that because of the things that you do. So your stress and your sleep. I don't want you to understand nutrition. I don't want you to understand science or biology or chemistry or the insides of the body or human anatomy. You don't have to. Your life is not about what is going on inside and outside of you until and unless you're interested. But if you have to take 2 things from me, this video, and every person in the world who knows a little bit about health is going to tell you, manage your stress, manage your sleep, and see how you cut down on 70 to 80% of the diseases if you are born healthy. So this is for people who are not born with some genetic diseases or disorders. You can always manage your stress, find a way, and always prioritize your sleep like you prioritize your socializing. Okay, so you should always take care of your sleep, you should always take care of your stress, and see how beautifully the word health will work for you, and how good health will start manifesting out of you. If you do not have energy to get through the day, if you've been on a keto diet and it makes you feel deprived, it makes you feel sad, it makes you feel worried, and you are constantly counting the amount of carbohydrates that you have eaten, that's not health. That's not how it works. Keto is a medical diet. It is given to patients who have brain disorders, it is given to patients who have epilepsy, ADHD. So it is for people like that, and it works brilliantly. High fat diet works brilliantly for them, but maybe it is not for you and me. Some people eat fruits throughout the day thinking it's healthy. Eating fruits throughout the day is not healthy, especially when it is not in season. It is going to have an opposite effect on your body. So when it comes to health, keep it simple. 3 things. What is health? Health is something that works for me, and it is in the same line, gives me energy, makes me feel great, and I sleep well, I eat well, my emotions are balanced, my hormones are balanced, and I'm in good shape and good health. I feel great in my own skin. Number 2, you're able to manage your stress and you're able to manage your sleep. So if you just connect these 3 dots, your body can function beautifully, and you do not have to complicate it by reading 100 books on health and 100 papers, and then you watch some documentaries and the world is going gaga over one. There is always going to be a trend. Kal keto hai, aaj intermittent fasting hai, kal kuch aur aa jayega, and the world is always going to be behind these things, because this is how everyone works. You need something new for you to be excited and just talk about, and then it goes away. So like everyone is obsessed with immunity these days, but immunity, you have to take care of it whether or not there is corona or no corona. So suddenly just drinking turmeric water and black pepper water and just putting 100 spices in your water, and you think my immunity is going to be great, loading upon garlic and onion and ginger, that's not how your body works. Your body works with system. It's a very sophisticated, intelligent system, and all I need you to do is stop yo-yoing with your own body, stop reading 100 things if that makes you feel bad. And if you already have an opinion on health, and if you already know what health is, then I would say you can also just let go of what I've just said. If you have a definition of your own that works for you, I need you to stick with your own definition, because this is my version of definition of health, and you are supposed to, and you are allowed to define what health is to you. So what health is to you is not health to me, and what health is to me is not health to you. So do not go by definition of a dictionary or what Google or Wikipedia says. It's great, but at the end of the day, if it's not working for you, then it doesn't work. Okay, I have so many patients with whom I can't give them fruits. Fruits are great, you should be eating 5 servings of fruits a day, which is a lie, but there are so many people who do not work well with fructose. You will suddenly leave all of the lactose foods, and you are vegan, and you leave cheese, and you leave buttermilk, and you leave curd and everything, and then at the end of the day you are nutritionally deficient. So let's say you do not have calcium, and your bones hurt, your knee hurt, you have joint pain, you have brain fog, you feel deprived, you're always hungry, and your emotions are all over the place. Being vegan is not helping you. So instead of constantly identifying with the label that hey, I am a vegan, or hey, I am a non-vegetarian or vegetarian, just try to see, do you have enough nutrition in your body for it to be able to function? So let's talk about magnesium. Magnesium has almost over around 500 functions inside the body, and just being deficient in magnesium is going to put you off. So if you are not able to, if you have cramps in your legs, or let's say you work out and you have sore muscles for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, you're not able to digest your food properly, you're constipated, you have gut issues, you have digestive disorders, it means that you are nutritionally deficient. So being a vegan or being a non-vegetarian is not helping you, because look at how your health is, and when you look at people who say, oh, we have eaten wheat all our lives, so we don't have any issue, so why do you have to leave it? You have to ask them, then why do you have this big pot belly? Why do you have liver disorders? Why do you have kidney disorders? If you have eaten healthy all your life, why are you in trouble? So that's one thing that you should ask. So when someone is talking about health, they should look like they are speaking about health. And if they are suffering, if they are on medication, the first question you should be asking is, why am I on a medication? I have been eating only 2 chapatis 2 times in a day for all my life. So why am I suddenly, bedridden, or I'm not able to walk, or I need a medicine, I need a pill to manage my blood sugar levels? You always have to think about these things. You always have to make sure that you are not nutritionally deficient, you are not malnourished is not just you look at sick people or poverty hit areas. It's for people like us. It is for people like us who are eating but they have such poor gut that they're not absorbing anything. You look at B12, there are so many non-vegetarian people who eat meat all throughout the day, but you look at that B12 and it's like what, 100, 200, and it should be around 600, 700 most of the times for your body to be functioning beautifully. You look at people's D3 levels, they're going out in the sun, they're having supplements and everything, but there is no absorption of D3 inside the body, and they're walking with 3 or 4 or 5. It's not even there. It's a miracle that the body is functioning. So you have to look at that you are nourished, your body is nourished. It has the fuel for you to be functioning optimally. So at the end of the day, if you feel deprived and if you feel not satiated all the time, you know that there is something going off and you must look into it before it's too late. So don't complicate it, keep it simple, define what health is for you, and then follow your own path, create your own path. You do not have to agree to what I say. I need you to carve out a definition of your own and see how beautifully your body is going to respond. Very quickly, that was a lot of tension. I need you to relax your eyes. I need you to relax your jaws. I need you to relax your shoulders. I need you to take a nice, long, deep breath. And I hope you have a great day and a great night wherever you are. Okay? Thank you. Namaste.